Hello and welcome. We are live and we are going to be taking a look at all of the Ninjago 15th anniversary sets. They look amazing, but of course there is the big news that has just come out today, which is of course the Old Town 15th anniversary. So I'm going to get the notifications go out and then we can tuck in and see who is about and who is a bit of a Ninjago fan, and you guys and girls can help me name all of the amazing lineup in this new set of minifigures, because there are tons and tons and tons of them to take a look at. So we will be interested to see how the poll's going to go, because which set is best for January the 1st. So if you are watching this back on the replay, then of course let me know. We've got a choice of the Stranger Things Creel House, we have got the shopping modular, we've got the new 15th anniversary, or anything else. So who is going to go for what? Whoever's liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed. Whoever's taken part in the poll so far, thank you very much indeed. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen, because I think all of the sets, the first three sets, break the price point needed to be available for the giveaway purchase for the modular. So we'll go through all of those little bits and pieces as well as the video progresses. Good evening to you, Sunny Cat Drawings and Gaming. How are we? Hopefully everything is okay. So yes, we will be taking a look at all of the Ninjago bits and pieces. But if you are waiting to get any of your orders in or anything for Christmas, you have got 10 days remaining, and then that is it, and you have lost the Christmas window. So it's quite simple. Which set is best for January the 1st? And you've got the Stranger Things Creel House, the Shopping Street new modular, the Old Town 15th anniversary, which is of course the new Ninjago set, or anything else. And whatever, if it's anything else, let me know what that is, obviously, and then we can take it and have a look on the screen. So what we're going to start off with is looking at all of the Ninjago 15th anniversary sets, and then we'll progress and go from there. So it's a very, very, very simple live stream, and I am rather excited to see in full, because I haven't yet looked at it, the new set on the laptop. I've seen little bits on my little bits on my phone, but like I said, if you were to get this on day one, you do get the giveaway for the modular as well. So I did say to everybody that I wasn't going to go live tonight unless, of course, the Ninjago stuff came out, and here we are. So we're going to click on all of the 15th anniversary stuff, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to count the minifigures as we go as well, because there's 7 to collect, I do believe, going by the back of the box. Yes, so we got to see where all 7 of these are, and is there going to be more 15th anniversary sets? So the Titan mech was the first one that came out. This is a beast of a looking thing. Of course, you get Lloyd, and you get obviously the character that comes with, and then you do get the exclusive minifigure for this set as well. So if you are a fan of this, then obviously let me know. Tim says, all I care about is double points tomorrow and purchasing the Orient Express. Well, 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 are you going to be going in tomorrow for the Orient Express? Because don't forget, if you wanted a gazebo, that runs out at midnight tonight. But Tim is going to be pulling the trigger on the Orient Express. Are you staying up till midnight, or are you just going to wait and see? So I would imagine it will be okay. You should just be able to wake up and crack on. But Tim, let me know when that arrives, because I've got a funny feeling after all the talks that we've had about the trains, a lot of us will be getting that today, tomorrow, or the day after, with all the giveaways that are obviously happening. And then we were talking about last night, sort of the FOMO, which is fear of missing out of stuff. And what's gone? The Ninjago Dragon set has disappeared. So I looked at that late or early hours of this morning, and some of the sets that we were looking at last night have now sold out. So I'm not saying that this channel has the power, but it seems to be that every time we do these sorts of videos, things seem to sell quite well. So are you going to be getting this mech? This is the one that I'm not... I want the figure, but I don't really want a mech, because I am 100% getting the new Ninjago set. I will be. That's what I'm letting the notifications go out, and then we will be taking a look at that. But I 100% want that. Now, there's 7 votes in the poll already, and it is all over the place. 29%. Well, right, it keeps changing. So there's 29% for the Stranger Things, 29% for the new modular. It's 14% now for the 15th anniversary and 29% for anything else. Jay has blocked his toilet. And Sean is talking to me with a farting train. So it is all going on this evening. So yes, if you are obviously going to be getting this, then you have to be weary of not losing the minifigures. I do like the mech. And of course, it is part of the 15th anniversary. I could potentially have this as my photo opportunity in the theme park. This is the only one that I can't quite visualize how it could work unless it's like a big meet and greet. So if I can make it work as a meet and greet, then that's absolutely fine. The next one, going through the ones that we've already seen a little bit quicker, and then we're going to spend loads and loads of time on the new one. He's up to 3 flushes and it's still not gone away. He's a 3 flush and a plunger, and it's still not going down. Good evening to Shibo. Good evening to Tim. Good evening to Sean. Good evening to Sunny Cat Drawing and Gaming. Good evening, everybody. Thank you to everybody that's liked the video and already taken part in the poll, because that is all over the place. Like I said, it keeps changing, which is fantastic. Very, very interesting to see that after everybody moaning about the new modular, that is currently winning. So, you know, I think January 1st is going to be mega with regards to the different bits and pieces. But we've got to keep a tally on the collect them all minifigures. So that is 3. Now, like I said at the very, very start of this live stream, I have not yet seen or zoomed in on the newer set. So I'm going to be basically looking at that for the first time with you guys and girls. And then we'll be having a look at which way the poll goes and all of that kind of thing as well. But that's the mech done. That's the mech covered. That is the first of the 15th anniversary sets that got announced. Now, moving straight on, it is the one, but as you know, this one was the first one. It was the full weapon blacksmith that got announced first. Now, the one that I think is a really good value and also very, very important is the character display. Because from what I've read, you've got the original for the first ever time in the new one. So yeah, be interesting to see what's going on there. Not going down the Ninjago rabbit hole. Well, yeah, but the new set could kick off. 1 meter length. You decide what I'm talking about. Well, if you're sat in a toilet, Jane, it's taking you 3 flushes, then I'm assuming you've had to butcher it up with a plunger. So 1 meter in length is, I do believe, something to do with the new Ninjago set. Not this one, because obviously this is a beautiful thing. So again, just a quick recap. You are getting the full team with her and him, and of course the well, I say limited edition, first time in the line minifigure, shall I say. So yeah, if you're excited about all of that, then this is definitely one for you, because all of those minifigures attach just there. And then you are going. It's a bit weird that they've got 7. I would have thought they would have done 8, so you could have 4 and a 4, but they are going for 7. And I'm assuming you're just going to have to figure, because that's going to take up quite a bit of space with the new one and this one, obviously with the 15th anniversary Ninjago characters, and potentially you could add the 10th anniversary to this as well. It's going to be some length. I've just recently kept the medieval sets. Good idea. It's all right. That's all right, Tim. That's good going. 1 meter. He's around the U-bend. It's not even been detached. It's that's why he's got the plunger in there. He's got the plunger and a long bit of wood. If that thing's a meter long, and he's probably coming live from the actual squat and drop position as well. But yes, these are all of the characters that you're going to be getting. That I am definitely going to be purchasing, and it does look like they're bringing some of the golden weapons back as well. So they do look, I think, rather smart indeed. I do like the samurai. I think she looks great in that outfit. So what we'll have to pay attention to is how the outfits in this one differ to the new announcement, because I didn't think the outfits in season 1 changed as they went. So it'd be interesting to see exactly what's what. Shuba says the US Lego website update, Motorized Lighthouse is sold out like a day or 2 after the Orient Express. So as I've expected on a previous stream, that those 2 sets are probably not going to last. Well, we have still got them. They are still available. And if the ×2 points is available tomorrow, I think a fair few people will be ordering them. So If you are going to get the Orient Express train tomorrow, then obviously from the UK, because you can get it on double points, you will be getting that new gingerbread little character, which obviously looks great. So yeah, you've just got to sort of let me know what it is that you're going to be getting, because it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. Now, I had a plan. My plan was to go to the Lego store tomorrow and get a certain set with a giveaway and the other giveaways. But after seeing the Ninjago set being announced today, I am not going to do that. I am all in on Ninjago on the 1st of January. So that set can just wait. And then we'll wait and see what happens with everything else. But that does look rather smart indeed. And of course, that's going to have some length, just like Jay's squat and drop position as he's straining. His heart rate's probably come up and everything. So we are coming. Now, it takes literally 2 minutes and it literally goes down the gutter, doesn't it? And I can't go back. Just let me go back. There we go. We're getting closer to the Old Town 15th anniversary. I'm looking forward to clicking on that one. But yeah, this is so that's with 2 exclusives in, and I do believe this is the 3rd, because you're only getting 1 on a stand on this one. I think it's just him that comes on a stand. This does look good. This is going to work well within my It's going to work well within my thing. Double points will start at midnight tonight then. Yes, it will. Midnight tonight, I do believe, with a brand new giveaway. It all kicks off at midnight this evening, supposedly. So that's what all the rumors are about. Now, the giveaway is changing, as we know, because it clearly states on the website that the giveaway is done after the 9th. So I was going to go to store at some time tomorrow and pick up the new giveaway with other bits and pieces. And now I'm not, because I am going to be getting this new Ninjago set on the 1st of January instead. And as you can see from this, it does look very, very smart and very, very good. I do like the fact that they've all got important bits in throughout the sort of different seasons and series. I might go all in on the 15th anniversary. The only problem is that I don't think we've had all the 15th anniversary minifigures yet. No, it's not going to be a 4-hour live stream till midnight. It might be, but I wasn't planning on doing it because I would have called it a countdown to double points. So I can't talk for Ninjago for 4 hours unless people need to stay up till midnight. And then I might consider it. And then I might have to contemplate life, because this is just a spontaneous live stream. But got Kai looking great in his sort of all the different overalls. You've got the phone and all the other little bits and pieces that are there and thereabouts. You can see you've got mum, dad, brother and sister, Wu, and Im. So, and obviously he's the first time they've ever done that character. So yeah, looking strong with regards to that one. And we will in a second be clicking on the new one. So let's have a look at the poll. 9 votes in already, and the shopping street is still winning. So I told you, I told you it was a good modular, and other people agree with me. The Stranger Things, I personally think the Stranger Things set is the weakest of the 3 coming out in the 1st of January. I'm saying it now. That's what I personally think. Because if you just took the Stranger Things title away from it, granted the building is clever, but if you took all the characters and everything away from it, I think the shopping street's better than the Creel House. But I still think the Old Town looks brilliant. But then I might change my mind by the end of the stream, so I haven't clicked on the 15th anniversary in full just yet. Am I getting the Express tomorrow? The answer to that, sir, is no, because I've already ordered it, which I wanted to give away. I cracked this morning, is what I did. So Jay is calling every single person that has not voted for Stranger Things an idiot. So it is at the moment, Jay, Stranger Things is joint last in the poll. So just because it has Millie Bobby Brown in the set doesn't mean it's going to win the poll, I'm afraid. So you might be all right then. You might just be able to walk into the Lego store, be the only person to get the Stranger Things set, while everybody else is going to be fighting over Ninjago, and they're going to be fighting over everything else, including those minifigures as well, which people are going ballistic for. So again, just to recap, you've got 10 days for standard delivery if you want to get any of the sets. And then after that, it's game over. You're not going to get it for Christmas. So I have got the Orient Express. I ordered it this morning because I wanted the gazebo over the points, because the gazebo is a lot more expensive than points. Shuba says, I think the Lighthouse sold out in the UK too. It did. Yeah, the Lighthouse did. We've still got those kind of things available at John Lewis, though. So we can still pick those up. Well, I'm not voting. It's quite simple, Jay. It's a four horse race, and you got your knickers in a twist because it's joint last. Just because it's a tie for second place, it's still joint last with everything else. So at least that way, you might be the only person going to the Lego store to pick it up. Everybody else looks like they're going for that shopping street day one. Maybe more and more, it's growing on people more and more. Maybe they think it's better than the pub. Who knows? But this thing is absolutely massive. So let's just get the basics out of the way. Like the other things that are in the poll, and you can see the gazebo is finishing at the 9th. It finishes today, midnight. It's yours for $269.99, coming on the 1st of January. It's not yet available to pre-order. Now, if this was available to pre-order, I don't know if I'd pre-order this and get the giveaway, which would be the little train. But I don't think they're going to do this because it's going to be double points tomorrow. So the other Ninjago sets are available for pre-order as it stands, but will they do that with double points? So that is the thing. That is the question. What is what? So we have got £269. It's item number 71861. It's 4,851 pieces. You get the most minifigures out of any of the sets. You get the most bricks, I think, out of any of the sets. And price point, it's in the middle. Is it in the middle between the three? Let's have a quick look. Let's do a quick bit of biggest set look, because I know the new modular is quite. It's obviously it's more expensive than what everybody thought it was going to be. What is it? What is it? All new sets. Newest. They're going to go side by side for me. So the Strange Things is the Strange Things is the cheapest. That comes in at $249, but it has only got 2,593 pieces. So there's a lot less bricks and a lot less minifigures in that. In all fairness, it's not fair to compare anything to Ninjago. With the Ninjago stuff, you always get the best for money. So, so Jay said, if you brought the train, what was the plan for tomorrow's set then? Well, I was going to go and get the Enterprise with the shuttle giveaway and a gazebo giveaway and the train giveaway, because they would have had all of them still at the store. But now this has come out, so the Enterprise can wait to the next lot of double points, and I'll just be picking this up at the start of January. So that's what I was trying to get at yesterday with regards to if I was going to go up to the store. I'd have gone up to a store yesterday that had the Star Trek Enterprise giveaway. It had then loads of gazebos at the back, which means you could get a gazebo with it and the new one. So I could have got 3 giveaways and the Enterprise and double points is what I was thinking. So first thing first, how are you going to display yours if you're going to get it? Are you going to display it as a big circle, or are you going to display it as a full long length? Because full length, it is over 4 base plates long. So you're going to need a lot of space. Now, one thing I have spotted straight away is the one and done exclusive minifigure in purple for the Postal Service, which now means it's no longer exclusive, which is fantastic. So that is the second time they've now done that character, because they Mine's going to be displayed in the Lego store window. Well, yeah, I can see it looking good in the Lego store window, to be honest. We are now drawing for first place. So we are now 27% for everything, 11 votes in. And the Creel House, the new modular, and the Old Town 15th anniversary is a joint tie at the moment. So the fact that I think all three of these are going to be so popular, I hope they have enough giveaway purchases because, of course, each one of these breaks the threshold. But yeah, by an absolute country mile, this is the best for value. But the only thing is, you have to get the Stranger Things house if you want the giveaway. So not only have they put the Stranger Things up against the modular, they've also put this up against the modular now as well, because both of those sets will give you the giveaway for that So, but the question the question is, how are you going to display yours? Because, like I said, this is the first time I'm seeing it big on screen. They're always packed full of detail, and there looks like there's tons and tons of minifigures. How many minifigures actually is there? They haven't given. I thought they gave us a minifigure count normally. So it's 4,851 pieces. Item number 71861. Is it going to be down in the specifications then? Boring. Right, so how does this work then? So 14 and up, as we know, the history of Ninjago TV show from the Old Town 15th anniversary. The set consists of 4 modulars, a front gate, post office, and a workshop, 3-story tower, a lookout that can be connected in a circle, rearranged into a horizontal display that stretches over 39 inches, just shy of a base plate. The Ninja toy with nostalgia, zipline, yada, 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 yada. So, including all 7 of the original Ninja for the first time, 3 collectible minifigures. So that means not all 7 of them are out then, because there's 3 of them in here. Apparently, it's only kids only. Kids can build the playset using the Lego app and easy to follow instructions. Contains, yeah, that's great. Where is the minifigures? I have seen them everywhere else. But why aren't they telling me? We're going to have to count them. 23. There's 23 of the little critters running around in there. It must have. They must have. There's just no incentive of getting the modular day one, is there? So that's the thing. There is no incentive at the moment with everything else. Oh, so Jay's. I've just reading Jay's comments. So Jay's obviously got his good lady to vote because now the strange. Oh, it is. So the Strange Things Crew House is 1 vote ahead, 33, 25, 25. We'll see how it finishes. So he might be walking like John Wayne at the end of this. So yeah. With regards to the best value set, it's this by a mile, minifigures by a mile, but the Stranger Things are slightly cheaper, but you also get the extra giveaway. So if you start to include all of that, they're going to be good. They're going to be good value. But yeah, you get tons and tons of these in here. So 23. Now I have seen just by some of the photos who some of these are. This postal service worker was from the old temple, which is my grail of a set that I haven't got. That's the 3 buildings with the water and the bridge that goes over the top. And that did look very, very effective indeed. But you can see there's a lot going on with all of this. So this was an amazing series with these two sort of going around the old town. That's what I know. I know what this is based on because I recognise a lot of it. You've got Garmadon up at the top. What else is in there? Hey, Pumpkin. You got Zane's father with the mechanical bird. That's pretty cool. So John's never getting the modular. So yeah, you, like I said yesterday, John, you and Jay both, I think you both agree on something for the first time in live stream history. But no, this is it's going to be awkward to display though, because obviously if you're going to have it as a full circle, you're going to have to put it down on a colourful base plate. They've got it pitched on sand, I do believe. You've got a shrine of Wu. That, for whatever reason, I can't quite remember the reasoning. Is that where he went missing, or they thought he'd died? There's a lot of death in Ninjago. So Jay got too carried away getting an erection over Stranger Things, filling up his toilet. He's actually forgot to put the dinner on. So no, this is it, Tim. This is what we're looking at now. Is the next Ninjago one. So I still find it a little bit weird that they did the workshop when they did, because the workshop is the workshop is part of the Rising Dragons TV show, whereas this is the 15th anniversary. So this is basically a hybrid of all of them. So they could have waited maybe till next year for that workshop, but they've gone with this. But yeah, with regards to a footprint, as Jay says, it's about 4 base plates square. So you're gonna need a good amount of space if you're gonna pick this thing up. But then obviously if you're gonna have it full length, it's skinny but very, 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 very long. Now, I actually don't know which way is best to display it. Does it look better like that? Does it look more full like that? Or do you just have it as a huge long length? And if you did that, then obviously you're going to have to do potential diorama displays and other little bits and pieces in front. Everybody that's liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed. Everybody that's taken part in the poll so far, thank you very much indeed. We are 12 votes in at the moment. The Creel House is just winning at 33. Then it's a joint second for the modular and this thing. And anything else has 17%. What's the price, John? It is the cheapest thing by an absolute mile. It's the highest brick count by an absolute mile. And you get 20 plus minifigures with it. So it's £269. It's 4,851 pieces. It's 4 base plates long, and it comes with all either one and done limited edition characters. I think that might be the first time we've ever got Zane's father. These 3 are the 15th anniversary. So that's Lloyd, that's Garmadon, and then that's the original Master of Spinjitzu. They've never been done before. And then you've got some really nice facial prints. So yeah, it's by an absolute country mile. Well, you could, yeah, because that's going to be the tricky bit, because the new diorama is we're now drawing for this. So this is now drawing with the Creel House, and the modular is dropped down to 3rd. Yeah, probably. But if you're comparing that to because we're looking at for the Creel House, it's 2,500 pieces for £249. And this thing is £269 for 4,800 pieces, and it's got twice the amount of minifigures as well. So this is the best value, much better value than the other 2. But then you have to get the Creel House for that Stranger Things gift. But you do not need to worry about this. You don't need to worry about the modular if you want the giveaway, because this also covers it. So they've got a bigger stand on that one. So that's obviously the main event stand then. And then you'd have the other. Oh, is it going to be equal? No, it can't be, unless they do another stand of 2. Because we're 6 minifigures in at the moment, aren't we? So they can't be. So we know there must be one more set coming. And then obviously you can pick and choose if you want to have this on the stand or not. But yeah, it's huge, absolutely huge. We haven't even looked at it properly yet. It's just looking at all of the length and all of its glory. But yeah, you've got tons and tons of different characters that are in there through all the different seasons, all the different shows. You've got key important bits where Zane meets his creator for the first ever time just there. You've got the training episode where Garmadon gets bitten by the snake and goes absolutely ballistic. And then you've got all of these cool little factions and all the other bits and pieces that are going on. And yeah, you've got the original. Ah, okay. Oh, you've got the tea episode. Yeah. Oh, I think that's part of the same episode that these are in. I think these are all linked to the same set, which I think might be an Easter egg for one of the things that are in there. So, in in the it's the Temple of Air Jitsu set, isn't it? So this thing just here, this is an extremely important set. Um, Yeah, that's the problem. It does make the Express look very expensive, doesn't it? I know, but it's one of those. That's the problem with Ninjago. It makes everything else look very, very expensive. So we're 13 votes in at the moment on the poll, and it is still a tie. Thank you to everybody that's watching, and obviously everybody that is just chit chatting away. So there is this chappie. So that looks like it's an identical print on that one to that looks exactly the same. So they've just done it. That's nice because that is the only time you could get that character. Obviously, the difference is that this one has the hairpiece, but you can see you have got the old T with Wu, and then you've got some of the others that are in there. And there's that Daryl. So he's the one that's in the BAM. So this set is very, very, very sought after now. It's very expensive to try and get this in the box. Very expensive. When it came out, it was an absolute bargain. But it does seem to be that we have got pieces of each thing all sort of merged and mixed in because the three they've given us all the photos for it. Let's actually take a look at all the photos before we do a deep dive into everything. So I thought that this was the color scheme. This is what I was getting at with the Temple of Air Jitsu. So I think that's the Easter egg to that. Because you've got the green, the red, and the blue. And on this one, you've got the green. Yeah, I think it this thing just here, it looks very, very similar. But we'll go through all of these photos and then we'll see exactly what it's got to offer. It's pretty cool with regards to how it can be done as well. Of course, it's a standalone special edition set, isn't it? It's a special edition. It's a special edition set. So John says, "Yep, I look at the set, minifigures, and price. Never look at the brick count. Well, when it's double the pieces of the Stranger Things and modular, that definitely needs to be spoken. It's for £20 more. You're getting nearly 2,000 pieces more. But this thing, obviously, again, and it covers a huge distance in diameter and length. But it's those minifigures are going to be quite sought after for a lot of people because there's a lot of first time, a lot of redos, a lot of important bits and pieces. This is basically meant for anybody that's watched the show over the last 15 years, obviously. So you've got the movable bit up there with the faction up at the top. So of course, Rising Dragons is basically a merge of everything that we're looking at. So this set is a snippet from the 15 years, but the Rising Dragon TV show is literally they've merged everything together, and it is Marvel, like I said before, mixed in with Mortal Kombat, mixed in with all those other little bits and pieces. So there's some really, really nice prints. I mean, you can see there's two more minifigures there with full print top to bottom. She is obviously the Empress in the new show. This is the team that use Dragon Energy for technology. So this is what this bit's all to do with. So again, there's just snippets of each faction as such. See what it looks like. See, I just don't know if it looks better in a circle or straight. Things will be awkward either way. Go. You got to bring it up, John. You bring it up. I know that's your favourite set. You can carry on with that one. That's fine. Yeah, you let everybody know the interesting thing. I think it's a bit of a hybrid set. Yeah, I think it is. Let's smudge out. Bear with me. He's not himself today. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know what's wrong with him. after he might need a trip to the vets, I think. So yeah, I don't know what the best way is to display that, because it does look like the bit that he's holding goes in the middle. You have got a load of the carts and food stands by the looks of it, of different bits and pieces that you can pick up. Obviously, we know that this is just going to be packed full of loads and loads and loads of detail. It's going to be fiddly to put together because this is basically Ninjago's thing. It's all tiny pieces, but the end result looks great. I mean, even like these little bits and bobs just down on here. Once I've actually absorbed the bits and pieces, I might be able to know what show and series that it's actually come from. But because by the sounds of it, you might be able to make it up however you wish. Oh, go for it. Jay likes his maths. I don't know if it has a toilet, Jay. I'm not too sure. I don't know. Well, obviously, as long as your maths includes the actual prices of each individual thing, because like we said, the sales from like the Barracuda Bay are just outrageously expensive. Shibo was looking at, was it torsos or horses you were looking at, and you're having to pay like £5 or £6 each for those kind of things. So there's a set of twins are in here for the first ever time. So one down there, one down up on there. They're the first time that they've been done. They're the 3 collector figures. Posty's been done once. Jay's in his scrapyard outfit with his family. That's pretty cool. He's very important, and that element, that parrot, is also very, very important because that's a mechanical bird. Yeah, you two carry on. So Jay and John are now having a maths off. I'll let you guys carry on with that. You carry on to your heart's content with that one. But yeah, with regards to the Stranger Things Shopping Street and Old Town anniversary sets, it's going to be a busy one. It's going to be a busy one for day one. As much as just re-let himself back in. They really do need to learn how to close the door. They really do. Jay is currently in his pants. Well, to be honest, you are the most annoying character out of everybody here. So he's been named correctly. He is just a right annoying nuisance person. And the fact he's called Jay is great. So you have got Garmadon and Garmadon. So you can see something obviously goes wrong with him throughout. Spoiler, something goes wrong with him. And then you got Young Woo looking great. And then this one. This one, I'm trying to figure out who he's from. He looks very, very, very familiar. I can't remember what series he's from. They're all important. That's why they put them all in there. But again, if you ever got it, would you like it like this and then just have it as a... Because I guess if you had it circular, you could have it as a complete standalone set. That has got to be a throw to one of the other larger sets. With all of it, because in every single large modular that they've done pink and white. And of course, don't forget the Ninjago sets are normally 5,000-6,000 pieces plus. So it's a big thing with regards to how they do it all. Oh, we've got some maths coming in. Strong name. So the Tudor Corner has 3,266 pieces. Out of that, 1,017 pieces are one stud, which is 32% of pieces. Ooh. So yeah, so I mean, there's 2 ways of looking at it really, because again, if you had the Bricklink store, they know exactly where the valuable pieces are. That's why they buy multiple sets of them and sell them on. I don't know if that's why the Enterprise sold out so quickly. So I've got a very, very horrible feeling people bought the Enterprise because they wanted the new pieces, because they know that they can sell them for a lot of money, and then they were just selling the giveaway full whack. So that's why that sold out so fast online, but they are fully available in store. So how does this work? So you got the post office underneath. Oh, you have. So he's got his own. He's got his own little sort of room within. That is some strong maths. So wonder how that compares. What's the new one? You carry on, you two. You can get your calculators out. But yeah, because obviously normally there's some of the smaller pieces are, well, they should be slightly cheaper than the bigger ones, and yada 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 yada. So yeah, it's you can easily go on the website because you know that that slope there is what, say 12 pence. That would be 3 pence. The hinges might be 8. You know, it's all on there for you to have a look at. Because don't forget, you can reorder all the pieces when they go missing. The problem is with the older modulars is if you need to backtrack some of the bits, if they've broken, some of the pieces are in the pounds for those kind of things. Now that looks gorgeous as a sort of part of a circle, but I still don't know if I would display it in a circle or not. And also, I wouldn't know what color base plate to put on. So that's because that's him basically in the Night Ninja thing that they went through. There was a cool episode with the long. See that. What do you think does look best? Do you like the circle, or do you think that looks pretty smart? Because I think the circle's got a way in and a way out, hasn't it? Whereas that is 4 base plates of pure length. So you've got Jay just randomly stood on top. Cole down there. That's where it starts. It starts by that light. Then you've got Zane coming in underneath the monastery arch, because that's a throwback to one of the original designs, I think. And then you've got this bit with Wu, and then you're coming over with the Kai. Then you've got the Postie, and then you've got the twin. Obviously, the Ninjago stuff will have about 6,000 stickers in as well. So you've got to bear that in mind, just how many stickered sets, how many stickers are going to be in this kind of thing. It does seem that there is a little bit of height in there. And then, of course, they've added in a nice little waterfall. So it's just different scenes from the last 15 years. That's what they've done, and it's quite cool that they've added in all the different factions and everything as well. It does really make me want to get the Temple of Air Jitsu set though. And then you've got all of these bits. So it does look like it's either a long line or obviously a circle. It's not like you can mix, because the way I was reading that, I thought you could mix and match how they went, but can you? What are they giving us on the back, front and back? So fully erect is 43 inches. So they've given us 2 different. So they've given from tip to tip, it's 43. So it's over 4 base plates in length, which is monstrous. But your problem is you can't have anything big in front of it. I don't know. The highest bit's 13.5. So what the bits underneath that are going to be 6 to 7. So because normally I'm a bit confused, because normally they show you on the box the best way to display it, but they've got it closed on the front, which they've got it on like a dirt bit. So again, and they've got this on the outer bit of the city, but then on the back of it they've got it double length. But I just wonder what set when I haven't gone mad, have I? We're still missing one minifigure. So there's still one to be announced. Bricklink is aftermarket, so it has nothing to do with the conversation. I didn't. Who's mentioned Bricklink? I've not mentioned Bricklink once. Not mentioned Bricklink once. It's on the official Lego website, isn't it? Where you've got to get the replacement pieces for the sets, and they will charge you whatever those pieces are. So you can jump on and type in the SKU number, and it'll tell you exactly what each individual bit's worth. But normally, like a tile is a 2x2 tiles, like is it 7p, 11p, something along those lines. And then you've got the roof panels. If you lose one, you're going to have to pay 40 pence. So depending on the element, depends on what you pay. But that's through the Lego bit. But that is quite scary maths that you've worked out on that one. Yeah, so it looks better. So Tim says it looks better closed up when it's a castle. So John and Jay are having a maths conversation. So you guys go straight over my head. So you guys and girls can carry on with that. All I know is that if you were to buy this set to resell it on, there's probably a lot of resale value in the pieces that are in this because you're getting so many bricks for not that much money. But it always seems to be brought up in conversation when it's an expensive set, doesn't have that many pieces in. But then when a not so expensive set has loads in, nobody ever sort of mentions about it. But this is obviously very narrow. I'm just looking at this going, where am I putting this? If it's in a circle, it'll go in the corner where after my Ninjago modulars. Because this is the shortest by an absolute mile. Because of course, all the like the Ninjago City is almost the same. Ninjago City's got to be close to like Daily Bugle height, isn't it? It's getting close to that with how tall those sets are, and it's a full 32 by 32 base plate in height as well. So the it's what they can do when it's their own license, I guess. Right, what can we spot? Let's go all the way through now and just see what we can see. It kind of looks like they've no, it's the same temple roof design that they've used in previous ones gone by. And then this is a roof that they've used on. So they've just mixed and matched all the roofs up. It just looks, well, I'd say it looks small. It's obviously, we know what 4 base plates are. 4 base plates is a big old thing. But I'm assuming everything is facing inwards as a circle, and you can obviously walk straight through the middle, and then you can go straight on. But that crane looks like it's hanging bits and pieces out the back. Then you've got the tea cart, which is a reference to where Wu, I do believe, goes to the shop and needs to get some tea to travel back in time. I still think that's a fantastic little touch. And then we've got a curvature of wood. What's this? Just means they're charging even more for those tiny pieces, so you're proving my point. Well, the bigger pieces are more expensive, though, aren't they? I think this is the point. It's like you buy a 2x2 tile, it comes in at 8 pence. You buy a 2x4 tile, it comes in at 14 pence. I'm literally going by the price of if you lose the pieces, you have no choice but to get them on the Lego website. And if you want a Lion Knights banner, you are looking at like £6 or £7 for flags. Their fabric prices are mental. So basically, don't lose any of the pieces to any of the sets. But yeah, because with how you guys and girls are working it out, That's it. You're working out to what those prices are per piece, and it's made up of individual pieces. But then also at the same time, the individual pieces are cheaper than the bigger ones. So what you need to work out is if you have two of one piece and one of another, does it work out to be the same price? Because then that's where they're getting you on the brick count. Because that's what a lot of people go by. They go by, oh, the Lego's doing us over because they're adding smaller bits in. But then what's the comeback to it if two smaller pieces are cheaper than one bigger bit? So until somebody as a look-see, because that's something I've not looked at. So you've got fire, curvature, bricks. I wonder if we can get the language in this one. I wonder. Yeah, because they're going to have. There's no animals in this, is there? Because that seems to be the thing that they're doing now. Because did I see somebody saying that they've got pigeons and things available? I'm just looking at them in the background, and that's a scary thing. So if you wanted a dog, it will cost replacement pieces. So if you want a cat, a bird, so cat's £1.27, a disabled dog is £3.54, and obviously when they get retired, it triples in price. This is a sought after thing in the Ninjago set. And this has actually been in sets, which are about £10, but they will charge you £7.52 for a replacement bit. Yeah, madness. That's why they all cost so much. Mad. But no, I think the bit in the middle has got to be a bit of an Easter egg too. Because what's the Ninjago set's gone? Ninjago. Because there's got to be a lot of older sets. I don't see a. That's one thing I'm looking for. I've got the original temple. I can see that. Ninjago temple. The monastery. Where is it? Where is it? Don't know if they put anything in this in there. Because this is close to the same brick. This thing's massive. But I don't think. Well, it won't have any of the. Will they class the? I don't think they've classed the movie as part of the 15th. It'll just be the TV show, won't it? So, would they have added in anything? You've got the docks, the gardens. There's got to be some sort of stickers and stuff in there that'll have references to them. So this was the 10th year where they did all the different bits and bobs, and obviously you've got all the different figures in there. See, all the figures are different on this one. You've got the little baby Lloyd on there. Let's catch up with the chat. That has nothing to do with the conversation. They're charging you the same price for a single stud. Yeah, but what does a 2x4 brick cost now? That's the thing. It's like, what are they doing? Because that it's all changing, isn't it? It's all changing. So I understand if they're charging you a 1x2 tile for a 2x4, but they're not going to be, are they? So my question is, if anybody's done the maths, can you figure out if 2 skinny bits is still cheaper than 1 thick bit? Because if it works out to be the same price, then they're just trying to get you on the brick count. So I'm literally just trying to work because I can't find it. I was trying to look on the back and I couldn't. And Jay has said, same across the board through Hasbro, giving you less accessories from Marvel Legends, for instance, but the price hasn't gone down for less stuff, just collecting them. Well, it's everywhere, isn't it? It's worldwide. It's worldwide. It's gone. It's even worse with bits and pieces. It's going to be worse next year for certain countries of the world. Are going to be really affected next year with lots of different bits and pieces. And it was clear to see with the Black Friday sales, it's the day and age that certain countries are living in at the moment. And it very much depends on now if companies will spread it across the world or just be like, no, you're going to be paying extra percentage than other people because like drinks, everything. You go buy a can of Monster, for example, that's gone from £1.15 to £1.85 in the last 3 years. So it's not just toys, it's everything across the board. Packet of crisps, for example. You've got to wait until your crisps in America come to a bag of air. We're at what, 12 grams, I think now? We've gone from 35 grams down to 12 grams, but still getting charged the same amount of money. And it's just one excuse after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. So I'm afraid, like Jay said, it is what it is. This is exactly what we are having to deal with now. But what we're looking at is actually quite nice with the fact that it's just because they could have easily have just gone, this is a £375 set. They could have added another £100 on. People have just gone, oh, it's expensive, but they haven't, because this is actually what does this compare to the workshop? 219 for the workshop, because that one was the one that was a little bit over, because this is the one that didn't come with too much, because it only came with that. So they've redeemed themselves on this, which is nice. I think, John, to be honest, is everywhere. I don't think it's just the Lego group. I think it's absolutely everybody, because Jay's been collecting toys for years, and I'm pretty sure every 6 months they were adding a couple of pounds on per character, and they were just using it as excuses for, what was it, fuel costs, then plastic costs, then the boat that got stuck in the canal. This was Hasbro, mind. It's just everything. Absolutely everything. But maybe you're just seeing this first over in the States because you seem to be surprised by your Black Friday stuff not being great, whereas ours hasn't been great for years. So with bits and pieces that's happening worldwide at the moment, really is just going to be, it is what it is, because there's going to be problems with cost of fuel coming up. There's going to be problems with, you're going to be really struggling with the prices of food soon. We already are. So like meals, like I said, meals, drinks, snacks. God, Freddo, what was that, 10 pence? And that's gone up to 35 pence for a bit of chocolate, which is about that big. So we've had these price increases in the UK since end of mid 2020. So the last 4 years is everything's been skyrocketing, and it was slingshot around the world. It was slingshot around the world completely, and it just seems to be a surprise to certain countries, because it hasn't quite hit you guys and girls yet. But it's no surprise at all to us over here, because it's in the news every single day of just nonsense that's going on. So we got full leg print on Lloyd, full leg print on the Masters has been the original, full print on Garmadon. Then we got a team of those two, so that's one series. So how many shows are there? So really, they've broken it down for us, haven't they? So you got one series in there, a series on. Are they part of that? I think they are. I think that's another series. I think that's all the same. That's 2 series. That's 3. So what are we at? We're at 1, 2, I think 3, 4. Why has Jay got his wings? That's got to be 5. That's got to be a nod to 6 and 7. So there's 7 different. If they grouped it that way. There we go. A 6-inch collector. Honest opinion, Hasbro's way worse than Lego when it comes to a price increase for less stuff. She's not saying Lego great, but Hasbro's a nightmare. Yeah, that's it. I say, oh, we're not saying any company's fantastic anymore, but it's a day and age that we live in. But I've lived the pain through Jay for Hasbro because that has just gone up and up and up and up. And yeah, that's worldwide distribution for their goods. And cars now. you could look at that with regards to a certain vehicle, probably now costs anywhere up to £8,000 more than what it did 5 years ago. And it's the exact same engine size, exact same everything. So it's every category now. Every category. I do like them. Because that would be a good addition to the Rising Dragon stuff. Ninjago. Where are those? So what's on your screen at the moment is it links to the new Rising Dragons show. But I think that Rising Dragon stuff, it was series 1, and all of that stuff's retired. So I'm just seeing what the print was like on some of the original bits. If I can find them. I can't find them. Obviously, I can't. Right, how is the poll going on? So at the moment, the 15th anniversary is now finally winning. It's taken a long time to get there. Well, I'm trying to work out what that's from. I can't work out where your wings have come from. That's what I'm trying to do in the background. I cannot remember. I want to say it was a scrapyard. But J. Ninjago. Because it's early on. It is early on, but I can't visualize what that's for. Because his final form, I do believe, is this. So what you're looking at on the one thing, this is what he eventually turns into. He turns in, that's his final form. Whereas obviously he's just like that with his old fashioned goggles. I do like that postal service. I think that's a rather smart looking thing. Yeah, I think that looks nice. So I'm going to soak that in my own time. So I can just keep looking at those photos because in my head at the moment I'm like, I wonder where they can go. So we'll move on to the gazebo. Right, you got last day. Literally, you've got 3 hours. You've got 3 hours to get this gazebo. Stupid amount of money on the aftermarket at the moment. It will come down, but there's no way because you can see it's worth 20 quid. Is what they value it at. And the reason why they do this as a valuation is that if you were to buy the set and then bring it back with the receipt and they saw the giveaway was on there, they would just take £20 off the price. because they technically give it to you for free, but will charge you for it if you just give the set back. So that way you can't just have the set for nothing, obviously. But they're on. The most expensive I've seen at the moment is 42 for this, which is a scary amount of money. Finally, Jay has finally put it in the oven. So after filling up his U-bend, literally, when it's gone from Jay sat on the toilet to cooking his own dinner while chit-chatting about the world problems of inflation. I'll tell you what, between me, John, and Jay, I reckon we'll put the world right. I think we could do. We'd have to sit down on one of those oversized tables and figure out exactly what everything is wrong. But if you've got one of these, great. If not, I would honestly wait until probably after Christmas to try and pick one up, because it's beautiful. And if you were to buy it in the store, you would probably pay about 17 to 20 pounds for it, not 35, 40 pounds for that. So no, you do not want to do that. Now, what I have noticed that they're in the process of updating is this thing has updated once, and it's now gone back to this, because it gave you in big when to order your stuff last minute from if you wanted an express delivery. So they were leaving that really, really late. So it does look like they are going to be working up to the day before Christmas Eve. So Sean says, I have one on order, my latest order. Good. Do you want to share with the world of what it is you've actually ordered? Because I think a lot of us have crumbled. And by the sounds of it, it's Sean, Tim, and Shibo. I think you might have all crumbled for the same set. John's absolutely laughing because he already has that set mint in box. So he's probably not going to be going on. So go on, share with the world. Share with the world what is it you've ordered today. So everybody seems to be, as I said yesterday, we've got the FOMO thing. Is it going to catch anybody out? And obviously with all the offers and all the other little bits and pieces that are running in the sale, there's bits. It's literally, we're another advent calendar gone now, are we? So we've got the Star Wars calendar there. Yep. So another advent calendar. Oh no, they're still there. So the delivery truck, I'm surprised it's still available. That is a must with your Santa stuff. I think that's on a sale worldwide as well. But we were looking at yesterday. We were shopping by the retiring list only very quickly, and some of the stuff had disappeared. So if we go from highest to lowest, and you can have a look here, there's a certain train that people are getting a little bit itchy of, which we'll come back to. But as we come through, there's bits gone at the high price points as well. They've disappeared. So some of the Ninjago stuff's gone. So the Wolf Dojo, the big platform pink and blue thing, the one that Triggerbricks was going to order, after the live stream, about an hour later, that had gone. So now this is on the way, I do believe, to a few people. And there's no wrong way of doing it. You either order it right now and get the gazebo, or you order it after midnight, get double points and the other giveaway. So yeah, that's the way in. So I'll let everybody know. So Shibo, has yours arrived yet? Sean, has yours arrived yet? John has arrived for his is in the box. And then Tim, I would imagine, will be ordering it in less than 3 hours' time. I think that's what's going on. And Jay has 4 Billies and 2 Hot Toys in 24 hours. So Jay is having no luck at all. And it's getting worse for Jay because your Stranger Things. No, it's all right. It's second. I thought it was still being beaten by the shopping street, but it's not. I thought it was in third place then, but it isn't. So it's not. So yeah, I think this is on a lot of people's shopping lists, and a lot of people have now ticked it off. It does look rather smart, and obviously after the bit of the history that we did with it yesterday, it's a nice looking thing. So I think there's at least 4 people in the chat that has picked this up just before it's sold out. It does seem that it's not available in store in the UK. I don't think. You might get lucky and get into store tomorrow and see what it's all about, but I don't think you're going to be able to see what it's, which is a little bit of a shame. What is it is that number? So I'm looking for something on the Lego website, and it's been taken off. I don't understand, because we looked for this yesterday. That's the number. That's the SKU number for the new giveaway, but it's not. It's now not popping up anymore. So it's been on there for ages, and it was revealed officially on the Lego website, and now it's not. So that's getting tomorrow. This little train up here. Well, supposedly it'll be in there. So yeah, if you're waiting until tomorrow to pick any of the bits and pieces up, then. So Shibo said mine should arrive on Thursday. So Sean's is in the warehouse, and mine's been dispatched. And I only did mine this morning. So I wonder who's going to be getting first. Are you going to snap the track when the set arrives? Can you remember that? That was so bad. I can't believe I did a video. Video on a store when this was in the display case, and because the track was too long, rather than just taking it off the track, they physically snapped the track to fit it in the plexiglass. I was shocked that somebody had done that. I would always actually buy a built set from store, because they're not always glued together. But I don't think they're allowed to sell them. So yeah, it seems to be that, because your stuff comes from Mexico, doesn't it? So, and obviously, just trying to get my head around how businesses are shipping into the States at the moment. From what I can gather, they seem to be shipping things more in bulk on pallets, and then it gets scanned all as one, rather than individual stuff. So maybe you just maybe they're doing like a weekly ship rather than every day, just for it's trying to listen to people that have got independent businesses that are trying to get stuff in and out at the moment. It's just mind-blowingly difficult. So yeah, I wonder if it's the same. But as soon as you got your new warehouse open, your new factory, the warehouse size of those sorts of stuff, you should get your stuff shipped out much quicker, which will be good. Yeah, I've seen that there's some gingerbread trains on eBay already. I don't understand why, because the price point is going to be less than half that price. So you're best off just getting the gingerbread 8080 with that gingerbread train giveaway, and it arrives next year. Yeah, see, the Stranger Things giveaway is already over £80 as well. But are they limit them to one? So are they going to do something new on day? Because as it stands, we can't see. But again, with the 8080, this is still limited to one. See? So even though it's on back order, they're only allowing you to get one. So are they going? Because I tell you what, because we said this the other day, if there's a seller on eBay that's trying to sell multiple Stranger Things giveaway purchases, and I don't know why they would buy so many of the sets unless they're just doing it to sit on. But even from a brick shop perspective, those pieces can't be that valuable. But if they've already pre-sold them, and then they go online, it's like you can only order one. That's it. Could you imagine having to explain to people for a refund on that? Because I think we're going to see this more often. I think we are just going to have a limit of 1 or a limit of 2 because the Bricklink stuff doesn't matter now. We now know how the Bricklink stuff works, so now people won't buy loads and loads and loads of them because it's not going to be limited. These aren't limited either, because obviously this is going to be out for another 2 years. But to stop this nonsense happening, I can see them just going, yeah, we're just going to limit it to 1, and then in a couple of weeks' time, we'll put the limit up to 2, then we'll put the limit up to 3, and they'll slowly bring it out because they won't take it. But I don't know, because the gazebo, when me and Jay went to a spontaneous Lego store last week, the gazebo there was tons of them behind the desk. So I have a funny feeling this might come back out in January because they have so many. Yeah, but the thing is, though, Jay, as you know, you got to then relog back in, and if it goes to the same shipping address or anything like that, and it sells out that quickly, it's all about speed. So if people are trying to get them in their basket straight away, especially for like giveaways and things like that, it would just make it more difficult. Because really, they could order 9 of them now, couldn't they? They could just do that with 3s or 4s that they're doing. But if you go into store, you can only get one of those 8080s because people have been turned away. You're not allowed to do it. And with the minifigures on day 1, you can get 2 of each. But if you try and get 3, they won't allow it. So the staff turn you away. So you're not allowed to do it. And it's not like you can leave the store and come back again, because if they know that they've sold it to you, they won't sell them to you. So because I know I was in store. Not last year, the year before, I went in on the 2nd of January and I wanted 3 of the same CMF minifigure, and they'd only sell me 2 because they said that it needs to be spread up. Fair enough. It is what it is. So yeah, going into store, I think you're going to be, they could potentially put a limit on it. Obviously online will be a little bit easier to potentially get around, but then also, would they go by shipping address? What would they go by? They'll come up with something. But yeah, like I said, this is yours until midnight tonight, and then it goes to the train, and then obviously it mixes and matches through. But as we are on the Ninjago topic, I just want to recount quickly, because I'll only be on for another 10 minutes or so. I need your help counting these flipping minifigures, because there is only 4 15th anniversary sets out at the moment, isn't there? I haven't missed any. So we have got those 3 in front of us. So 1, 2, 3. And then 4. But nothing else, because actually, that's a point. Other stuff came out today. Other stuff has come out, and I can't remember what it was. I saw a photo of it and didn't really pay too much attention to it. I think it might be some flowers, but we'll show it some love. Daisies, dolphins. Where are they? Cute hamster with a flower, if anybody wants a cute hamster. Dog, shark, we've seen all of these. Seen the Sonic. I think it's on like page 5 or 6. Snow plows, dog treats. No. Because they don't put the newest coming soon on top, do they? They just merge it in, which doesn't exactly help. See, I've had to go 4 pages until I found. Oh, there it is. Lovebirds. So the new. That's an interesting 3. So we got, this is new. 18 plus. Because it's a boring black artwork. 750 pieces, 44.99. If you like that kind of thing, then it's an ideas set. Is it? Oh. I didn't see. This wasn't on the same list, was it? As the Power Ranger stuff? I'm not, because we've seen all the ideas sets, but surely I can't remember seeing this, but the fact it's coming out. When is it coming out? January or March? January. So when did this one get approved then? So 12 by 8.5. 12 by 8.5. Yeah, so Lovebirds idea. Was it just the one set? Maybe that was it. Maybe it was just the Lovebirds and nothing else. So I now the question is, like, say potentially tomorrow, you could pre-order the 15th anniversary stuff. So this is the thing to have a look at. Look at all of these sets that are on pre-order at the moment. What is not going to be on pre-order tomorrow when double points kick in? Because they've got a lot of stuff on pre-order, but I don't think a lot of this is going to be. I'm going to go back to the Ninjago. I want to count those minifigures again before we start to wrap up. Need to see out midnight for double points. Well, if I've actually thought about it, I probably could have done and gone on live a little bit later, because we could have done this a bit later on, but I didn't think of that, to be honest. A Hitchcock horror set to me. What, the birds? Oh yeah, birds. Jay's got a fetish of the film Birds. He's terrified of it. Just birds flying around. I genuinely thought it was a comedy. But he's obviously not as brave as everybody else. Right, so you got not looking at them, we're just recounting the figures. So you are only getting one of those. That is one. That'll be two. I know there's only one on there. That's a Doris. That's that one. So there's two. That's the third. Well, he's not even pictured. The third is there. Three. So we are at six. So does anybody know what the seventh? Has anybody seen anything about the seventh minifigure? Yeah, it's one of Jay's favourite films ever. A lot of birds just flying around. Very, very well filmed. But it is just birds flying around. And then people seem to get scared of being stuck in a room with birds. So it's just pigeons to me flying around. But I appreciate the film. The film was not the. What is it? Cinematography, something along those lines. You know what I'm trying to say. I appreciate how it's filmed. And it does set it up. It does set it up nicely, and you can't go wrong with a good classic Hitchcock. But I think I can only count 6 of the missing ones. So you've got some Easter eggs there with the doors with the spiders going through. You've got the way in and way out. It's the stickers that I want to try and look at and just see if there's anything else linked to, but that would take me ages to go through. It's one of the scariest things I've seen. It could happen. You could be locked in a room and a bird could poop on you. Could you imagine? Could you imagine something flopping around like this? It would be terrifying, Jay. Absolutely terrifying. Oh, God, those pigeons would be so scary. Just while you weren't born a sheep. 'Cause you imagine something flopping around like this. It would be terrifying, Jay. Absolutely terrifying. Oh, God, those pigeons would be so scary. Just while you weren't born a sheep. 'Cause you imagine something flopping around like this. It would be terrifying. If you were a sheep and you were fat and you rolled over, they'd peck out your eyeballs. So you got if you ever see a sheep stuck on its back, push it over. And that is a fact. That is not made up. No, yeah, you got the lovebirds, haven't you? You've got the lovebirds at the front. Yes. Okay. So it's just like you got. It looks like if you were just to have it length or closed, there's enough places in all of the hidey holes to stand the minifigures if required. Um, oh, the Creel house at the moment is getting caught. Or is it getting? No, no, it's not getting. I thought it was getting caught by the modular. It's not. This is just pulling away now. So this is starting to pull away. So I like the fact that the shopping street and anything else is now relatively close to each other. Is there anything you guys and girls would like to have a look at? Because I can't look at birds. I can't look at any of the horror things. Sean, is there anything, Sean, you would want me to have a look at? Sheba over here in the background. Anything you want me to have a look at? And who else has said? And if Tim is about, are you? Is Tim? Are you staying up until midnight to order the train, or are you just going to order it in the morning? I'm waiting. I am waiting to see. We'll be talking about all of this, and it'll just be a normal Wednesday tomorrow. You watch, nothing will happen. There'll be no double points. There'll be no new giveaway. No nothing. So, what do we think with the Stranger Things? Do we think it looks better open or closed? And have we actually found out how big this thing is open? Because Jay, are you going to have it displayed open or closed? And where are you putting it as well? Are you putting it on your billy, or are you going to put it on a table? And this is an open question to anybody else that's in the background. Where and how? And if you are obviously going to get this, where is it going to go? Are you just going to because it closed? We know it's two base plates, but obviously that's much bigger than two base plates. So I'm assuming it's going to be. It's not 2.5 on the bottom. So that's where it's going to throw a lot of people out. So you could throw some birds. And talking of birds, there is a new element on the Lego website. I'm just going to find something for Jay. Apparently there's a new mold on here. Is it going to work? No, never works for me. It hates me. It hates me. So yeah, with regards to that, see that is both of them fully open. Well, that's a lie. That is both fully open. I still can't believe Jay thinks that's one of the scariest things he's ever seen. So yeah, to the poll. This is one of the sets that's available. Coming out on the 1st of January. We know all about this now already. Colour's nice. I do like the blue. John made a good point the other day. It's basically 3 sets. You have it as a nice modular. If you took the boards off, you keep the boards on, and it's just part of your haunted section, which looks great. And then you've got the Stranger Thing aspect if you opened it up and had all the characters around it. Obviously, the minifigures are very, very, very strong. And of course, it comes with, as we know, that giveaway, which has 22 days remaining. The modular, which is this thing, also has a giveaway. Now I know this is on Shibo's list. I think by the sounds of it, it's going to be quite a few people's lists, but hasn't got as much incentive to get this day one at the moment. Do like it, but I'm on Team Ninjago for January the 1st, so it does mean that I can still get this because it's over the price point. So I will get the giveaway, and then I can get the modular whenever. I will be checking some Barnacle sets if any disc. Oh, I will have a look for you. I almost thought of the Daily Bugle, and it didn't. The Daily Bugle didn't even make the sale over in the UK. It sold out before anything related to anything that the Lego were doing. It didn't make the Insiders Box. It didn't make the Insiders Weekend or anything. I don't know when that sold out. When that actually went and sold out in the UK. But this is it in all of its glory now. They've added in all these beautiful images. Look, so this is, I'm sure people will be thrilled to have this in their collection. Do you like the car? So I'm assuming it's a vintage car, a vintage parade. Oh, it's a vintage parade car in the Silly Hats parade. So I wonder if you can take the sign off and change it. He's lost his wheel. Just not 100% sure that goes with that. I mean, a Silly Hats parade doesn't scream Modular Street to me, or that specific modular. If it was a clothing shop, maybe, because that kind of would have worked. Any other form of parade that could have been used within this modular, again, maybe, but I don't see a Silly Hat shop. Am I missing something? I don't see a place where you can buy and purchase your Silly Hats. I can see where you can get all the musical instruments for those two down there. So if you do want to get yourself some Silly Hats, I think you're going to have to make them. I think you're going to have to make them up. And then yeah, I've just got to get my head around. I've just got to get my head around where I'm going to display mine. I just do not know. But let me know. Let me know if you're going to get it. Let me know what it is you're thinking of doing for it. We are about to end the poll. Oh, I see how Shibo's put a bit of a sweat on with that. So have they linked those two together then, Shibo? Was this because would the giveaway have made more sense from the pub? Because wasn't the giveaway a newsagent stand? So wouldn't the giveaway from the pub made more sense with the street? And then this one would have made more sense with that one? We're gonna have to do a quick modular look. 10350. 0350. 10350. No, that's the actual Tudor corner. Ah, 40757. How is this still on the website? So this was the giveaway that came with. This was a giveaway that came with the, but could have very easily work with the street. And the car could have worked with the pub. Shiva's trying to educate me on something. There is a twin with the parade outfits in the shopping street. Yes, you got the two twins in purple, haven't you? So obviously they're part of the parade because obviously you have all that kind of nonsense going on. But no, this giveaway I think probably would work quite well with. It's nice. It's nice box artwork and everything. I don't know how much this goes for now. Because I remember everybody got this wrong, didn't they? Because they didn't realise what it was going to be. But that goes with. So is there anything at all linking them together? The cats with fish, can't go wrong with that. Got a clock shop. Cats. Oh yeah. So why didn't the parade car come with this? So Jay, you've got to go. You're getting it anyway, so it's fine. So Jay can have the parade car outside the front of the pub, as can everybody else, because they're going to. Why didn't they do it with this one? So did you? I'm assuming, Shiba, you didn't pull the trigger on that Daily Bugle then. But that is what they look like with the Natural History Museum in that sort of olive green. See, well, there we go then. So it's storytelling, isn't it? It's linking it all together. So really, if you've got the pub, then you have to have this street in your display. You can't have one without the other. And you can have it on quite a sharp corner like that. I'm just wondering if that layout, forget what we're looking at, but that actual layout would work in my theme park. I think it would, you know. Ooh. Because I could literally have two modulars facing forward and a path going down the left-hand side, then just a row of modulars and then tee it off. Yeah, see, I haven't got any of the modulars day one for a while. But no, I do like that layout. Forget the three that it's with, but I do like having that shape corner there, because I know exactly where I could do something like that. You could have. Just think what other corner? The bank. The bank's that way because you've got the. It is, yeah. It is the same way. Yeah. Okay. Getting ideas now. Oh, maybe that's what I should do. Because they haven't done that on the back of that box artwork. Look, see, they've just kept it in a straight line. It's a street to nowhere. Jazz Club fits perfectly on the left side of the hotel. Yeah. Yeah, see, got the Jazz Club, didn't get the hotel. I've got all of these that are in the picture, though. So I have the bank. That would kind of make sense, because if I had the bank on the corner and it was over from the Joker Manor ride, which would be quite close to Gotham, I could link it all together. It's got to tell a story in the theme park. So rather than, I can mix and match up, because this is incredible with regards to how you money launder. That's what it's all about, isn't it? You money launder. Literally, look, you put money in the laundry and then it comes out the following way. It's just a front for the soaps and suds. And of course, the soaps and suds is the bit that's on the police station. So I could actually put the police station next to the bank. And then, got getting ideas now with what I can do, what I might have a mess around with at the weekend. So I've got to get all the Ninjago stuff put into place, and then I just need to get the finished template for the my superhero modular nonsense, and we're good then. We're good to go. And then it is going to be a case of picking this up, I think. Yeah, I think this would make more sense than the Enterprise. Even though I really want that Enterprise, that's the problem. So I don't know if I'm making the right decision or not. But I think I am. I think I am. Right, I am done, I think. That was just a short, sweet, sort of bit of a waffle. With regards to some of those sets, quite nice to have a look at the modulars and all the other little bits and pieces. I've now got some ideas for my own display as well. We will go live again Thursday, I think. If it won't be Thursday, it'll be a long one on Friday as a recap. Because no, I could do it. I could do a live on Thursday. Because I'm gonna try and do what set has the best minifigures in for 2025. I want your top 3 list is what I basically am gonna do. So I'm just gonna go through all the bigger sets, make a list of sets, and you guys and girls can let me know your top 3, I think. But the poll has ended. And I've got to be honest, the Stranger Things in the shopping street was a little bit closer than I thought it was going to be. And the anything else over the top of those as well, because I thought everybody would have wanted one of those 3 sets, but obviously that is not the case. But yeah, you can get this on January the 1st. It looks fantastic, but I will obviously, that's first impression. I will then start thinking how much of a pain in the backside it might actually be. Still don't know what colour to put it on when it's shut. It's going to have to be grey. And if it's 4 base plates, you're going to have to put a little bit of rockery and all that kind of thing in there. But I think that's it, and I am done. Well, yeah, luckily for me for January, I wasn't going to get anything day one. But yeah, exactly. Outside the store, if you're trying to get in the store now, you've got this thing that we're looking at, plus the Creo House, plus the new modular, plus the BAM for Ninjago, plus all of every single City set, Harry Potter set, blah 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 blah, and of course you've got all the new minifigures as well. So you've just got lots and lots and lots of stuff, which is scary, to be honest, because I think there'll be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of people there on day one, and I don't know if all the stores are open on the first day. I know there'll be some people battling it out to queue up for day one, and other people there might not be as many. So, but that's it. Done, finished, and done. So I will either catch up with everybody on Thursday or Friday. We'll see how it all goes. And it's going to be a recap of the week, just going over all the sets like we did last week. And also looking at the minifigures after the conversation that we're having day before last of what's what. But to be fair, actually, Thursday will be double points, won't it? We'll go over all the bits and pieces on Thursday for double points, and Friday will be a minifigure conversation. I think that's probably the best way of doing it, because if it's going to be double points tomorrow, you guys and girls on Thursday can let me know exactly what it's going to be. And then, of course, if you are thinking of getting this day one, I mean, if this is available for pre-order tomorrow, and you can get double points on it tomorrow, you've got two options, haven't you? You either get it tomorrow on pre-order with the new Christmas giveaway, or you wait until January and you get the new modular giveaway. So you're spoiled for choice with regards to what it is you can do, but you guys and girls can let me know in that comment section what it is you are going to be doing. But guys, that's it. I'm done. So if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let me know your thoughts on this if you're watching this on the replay. You're a fan of Ninjago? Are you going to get in this day one? Or any of the other 15th anniversary sets, or of course the Strange Things or the Shopping Street. But I will catch up with you all on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye, bye, bye.